At Westover, we help talented and motivated girls grow into confident and connected women. Women who find lives of purpose and meaning, who understand they can make a difference, and who understand the power of relationships.
When I first came to Westover, I was really shy, and being able to go into my dorm parents' apartment every night and hang out with the proctor really helped me come out of my shell.
You get to know your teachers, and your teachers get to know you on more than just a grade on a page. It's more of how did the game go last weekend? How was the college visit that you missed class for? Is there anything we can do? Let's conference to help get you caught up.
The Student Commons provides a safe space where you can do your homework and bond with people, maybe from different classes that you've never met before. There's nice food here too, which is good. Yeah.
We're not located in the middle of New York City, so we can't always go out, and to have this space right in Westover is definitely a pro.
In today's ever-changing world, our mission at Westover is needed now more than ever. We're not just educating girls in the traditional sense, we are empowering them to be themselves, to make their own choices, and to appreciate diversity. We value the artists, the athletes, and the intellectual, and we do it all in a community that supports each other to do their very best.
Having the Raisin Center accessible to me means an opportunity for me to be able to be genuine and compassionate while servicing my community.
So when I first arrived at Westover, I was really interested in science, but I had never seen a program like this before, so when I heard of it, I was excited to try it.
The WISE program empowered me in letting me think in critical ways that I could use in other classes, even in language classes like English and Spanish that I'm taking.
Before I came to Westover, I had never participated in tech theater. I was sort of exposed to something I had never been a part of before, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And while it can be stressful at times, it's really rewarding.
Westover is a place where girls have the desire and the opportunity to connect with each other, with the adults on campus and the broader world around them, allowing each girl to build a sense of self while she develops lifelong friendships and interests.
Outdoor allows the girls to work as a team, so if they are trying something new, being together as a group really allows them to try new things and know that if they're uncomfortable, they can have that backup support of being a part of the team.
The environment in the dorm apartment is so special because it's just a nice, relaxing place where you can just hang out with your friends or even become closer with your dorm parent, and that establishes a stronger bond of trust.
Our community is like a family, a place where you know everyone's name and hometown. Westover is a place where girls are comfortable taking risks, where they don't worry about looking silly, and where they feel completely free to be themselves and let others do the same.
It humbles me to know that I have the opportunity to make a difference.
Hi, Katie. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, so I will introduce you first, and after that, you can share your screen and start the presentation.
Sure.
Right, thank you. 好的，感谢各位家长呢我们今天呢进入到了最后一个分享的学校那么是这个 Westover School 那么我们非常荣幸邀请到了这个Westover School 学校的这个副招生主任Katie 为我们带来分享。那么 Westover School 学校呢是全美排名前38的顶尖私立女子高中，建立于1909年，那么位于这个康涅狄格州与这个耶鲁大学仅24英里的这个路程那么我们同样也是在讲座结束后呢，我们会有这个问答环节，那么各位同学和家长可以在聊天室内随时进行这个发言。Okay, yeah, Katie, so please feel free to share your screen and start it.
Good morning. Good. It's nighttime here, but good morning to all of you, and thank you so much for joining me tonight. This morning. My name is Katie Leone, and I think Lynn had shared that I work in the admission office at Westover School, and this is my 5th year at the school. So I'm really excited to share a little bit more about our community with you.
好那么刚刚呢招生官 Katie 给我们介绍了那么他在这个Westover School 已经做这个高级的这个招生副主任有5年的时间了那么今天呢会给我们主要来详细介绍一下Westover School 包括各种各样的，包括这个学校那么以及学校的比如说这个课程的设置然后以及更多的这个信息。
Okay, so I am going to kind of take you for a walk through the Westover campus today and all of our programs, so you can kind of get a glimpse into what makes Westover such a really unique and special place for young women to study. And I also just wanted to say that everything I'm going to be talking about today is going to be kind of how I hope to anticipate Westover operating next year, kind of in a normal time, because things have been so different this year. So this is kind of how things are in a normal time.
是，好，刚刚呢，我们 Kitty 招生官说哈，他今天会带领大家快速的了解这个Westover 的这个校园还有具体的课程那么了解呢什么让这个 Westover 呢成为如此适合这个年轻女性独特而特别的这个地方当然了，就是我们现在说的都是Westover 在这个正常时期的学校这个运作哈那么这个也就是说在疫情之前那么显然就是在比如说今年哈，包括去年呢，是因为疫情的变化那么目前呢正在这个情况有好转那么马上这个学校呢就会恢复这个正常的这个上课那么稍后呢这个Kitty 招生官也会给我们具体来讲到。
Thank you. So first, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about Westover's kind of campus and our community. Just a couple of stats. We were the school was created in 1909, so a long time ago, by one of the first female architects in the United States, which is such a cool thing for Westover. And it was designed with the purpose of living and learning in the same space.
那么我们刚刚提到的哈，这个 Westover 学校呢是建立在1909年那么是由这个全美非常著名的这个女性建筑家去建造的那么建造这个学校，它的这个主要的一个目的呢，就是去创造一个可以使这个学习还有生活拥有这个共同空间的这样的一个校园。
And then I'll just run through these stats for you, Lynn. So we right now, with the school year starting, we are really happy that we have 188 students, all girls school, obviously. 60% are boarding and about 40% are day. About 60% of our students identify as a student of color. 27% are international students, and our campus itself is a little over 50 acres. So the campus is a pretty large space.
是那么学校呢，现在目前有这个188名的这个学生那么有60%的学生呢是寄宿学生有40%的学生呢是走读学生那么其中呢有60%的这个孩子呢都是这个有色人种那么分别有不同的这样的这个种族那么有27%的这个学生呢是来自于世界的这个各个国家那么是国际学生那么学校这个校园面积呢是在这个多于这个50英亩
So our next video, Lynn, you get to take a break for a bit. So what's really great about this is that this is our campus tour video, and this was done by one of our recent graduates, Janelle. Janelle's from Shanghai, and this video is completely translated already.
Sure.
That's awesome. So this is a great video that we shared with families to just give them a tour of our campus because they couldn't visit us last year.
Yeah.
So if you want to just kind of introduce that, then I will show our video.
Absolutely. Thank you. 好那么现在呢招生官 Kitty 将要给我们播放一个录像一个影像那么这个影像呢是由来自这个中国上海的这个这个女孩来进行制作的那么在这个video 当中也都是中文的那么可以让大家更好的了解学校。Yeah.
Okay.
Please.
Great. So enjoy.
Hi, my name is Chanel. I'm a 12th grade international boarding student from Shanghai, China. 大家好，我是 Janelle， 我是一名来自中国上海的12年级住校生。 我在 Westover 参与的一些活动有越野跑和跳舞。因为我们现在无法见面，我很高兴能带您虚拟游览Westover 校园中我喜欢的一些地方。首先，我们进入的是学校宿舍，这样您能更快地了解学校生活。
Dorms， 现在我们所在的是学校宿舍。我是一个国际生，所以这个空间对我来说就像家一样。学校有意建造，让所有学生都能住在一栋大楼里，不限年级。4个年级分别占据了不同的走廊，一共有2层。即使各个年级之间都被走廊隔开，我们也仍然生活在一起。这也是我很喜欢我们学校宿舍的原因，因为无论我处于哪个年级，我都能与所有人交朋友。我从热情的宿舍老师那里得到了很多帮助，尤其是我来 Westover 的第1年，也是我第一次远离家乡。在这个宿舍里，我们每周都会举行不同的宿舍活动。每晚晚自习过后，学生们都能聚集在宿舍老师的公寓里玩游戏，烤杯型蛋糕或者看电影。这些活动能使我繁忙的一天得到一些放松。Red Hall， 对我而言 ，Red Hall 是学校中最美丽的地方之一。在这里，所有的地板上都铺着红地毯。我们在这里会有全校的集会，每周进行3次。集会中会收到学校的公告，这些会议由我们的8位学生代表举行。他们会宣布学生的生日、学校活动、体育比赛和戏剧表演等内容。作为一个较小的社区，很高兴能看到整个学生团体聚集在一个空间之中。这也是一个公共空间，我们可以在这边写作业，享受闲暇时光。Chapel， Westover 是一所非宗教学校，但我们每周都会在 Chapel 就是教堂里举行一次活动。这是一个正式的空间，每个人都聚集在一起听学生、教职员工和演讲嘉宾的演说。我们的社区成员可以在这里分享他们的个人故事。我们的合唱团也会在这边进行练习。我最喜欢的部分是教堂里的传统和仪式，例如 Lantern Ceremony 和 Candlelight。Dining Hall， 饭厅设有圆桌，这样的设计可以鼓励学生之间的对话和社交。食堂供应早餐、午餐和晚餐，但全天都会有麦片、面包圈、吐司和果汁。我们学校有很多很棒的食物选择，几乎每天都在变化，并且是以自助餐的形式来提供的。我们每个星期2都会有一次正式的晚宴，我们可以与老师还有其他年级的学生进行交谈。尽管我没有任何忌口，我们的食堂也可以满足所有类型的要求，譬如全素主义者等等。Student Commons， 这个美丽的地方是于2018年首次开放的学生共享空间，这是另外一个让学生在闲暇时间放松身心的公共空间。当我不能在宿舍里专心学习的时候，我就会来到 Student Commons 学习。在这里还有一个小小的咖啡馆，为我提供了很多下午茶点心的选择。我最喜欢的是草莓香蕉冰沙，但他们也有珍珠奶茶、披萨饼和冰淇淋，很多的选择。在这里还有一个 Wii 和台球桌，供学生们一起玩游戏。
我对我们学校的校园展示就到这里了，希望您能喜欢我为您带来的这次虚拟校园展示。祝您学年愉快，希望能尽快见到你。See you.
Okay.
Thank you, Katie. That's amazing.
You're welcome. You know what? It's so funny. I forgot that we had this like amazing video, and it talked a lot about a lot of things. So I'm going to actually probably skip ahead a little bit.
Sure.
to our classrooms section, because I know that Janelle talked a little bit about the dorms and the dining hall and some of that stuff. So we'll talk about some of the things that she didn't talk
Yeah,
about.
of course.
Okay. So the classroom. So this next clip is I'm just gonna mute it, but it's just gonna show you kind of a walkthrough of some of the classroom spaces on campus. So let me go back. Let's see.
好，那么我们现在呢，Kitty 招生官将要给大家展示的就是这个学校的这个教室的一个设置。
So the combo, you'll see these classrooms have old and new. It's really, really special and neat at Westover. Some still have the original blackboards from like the beginning days of Westover. But obviously everything has smart boards and, all that fancy equipment, all that new technology.
Yeah, sure. 那么我们可以在这个视频当中看到哈，教室里呢这个新旧的这个组合非常整齐那么有的教室呢还保留着这个建校初期的个黑板那么同时呢，当然也配备了这个非常多的这个现代科技哈，像刚刚老师说这个smart boards 还有包括这个投影仪这个学校都会有这个匹配。
Wonderful. And my favorite, I think, classrooms in our campus are our science classrooms. We have 3 science classrooms, so you'll see in this video. Okay. We have 3 science classrooms: biology, physics, and chemistry. And we also have a greenhouse that our students take care of. But I just love the old wood and the beams and the light. It's just all these spaces are just absolutely beautiful classroom spaces.
Yeah，我们 Kitty 老师呢，他非常喜欢的这个学校里的设施哈，是这个Science 这个 Wing 这边那么这一个地方呢，就是主要是学校它集中在3个这个科学教室那么一个是生物一个是物理，然后另外一个还有化学化学实验室那么同时呢在这个building 当中呢，也会有这个学生们非常关心的这个温室那么很多孩子们去这个温室里面去做一些科学的实验那么 Kitty 老师呢，他最喜欢的是学校这样古老的一些木梁还有巨大的这个光墙那么这些呢，让学校赋予这个时代感，那么同时呢，也跟这个现代的这个科技相融合，还是一个非常漂亮的这样的一个空间。
Awesome, thank you. And I know Janelle talked a little bit about the dining hall as well. And that video was the same. So I'm going to skip ahead just to the student commons, which Janelle also talked about, but it's one of our newest spaces on campus. It was an old study hall, which is really cool. And it's a comfortable space for the girls to just hang out and grab food and study and play games and just kind of relax.
Sure.
Good. So here's that space.
Yeah，我们这个Kitty 招生官呢，现在给大家展示的是Westover 学校它的这个刚刚我们也在视频里看到的这个学生共享的一个环境那么在这个学生共享这个环境是校园里最新的这样的一个空间由之前旧的这个孩子们的自习室改造翻新而来的那么学校认为呢，孩子们需要一个比较舒适的空间。让女孩子们可以聚会，可以一起吃饭，一起玩游戏、学习还有放松那么同时呢，在这个共享的这个空间内呢，还有这个咖啡厅那么有各种各样的这个饮料包括一些这个快餐美食那么 Kitty 老师她自己本身就是这个咖啡馆的这个非常忠实的一个粉丝
Great. And I do want to talk, this is our patio, but I do want to talk a little bit about our Women in Science and Engineering program, because this is important at Westover. So Westover's Women in Science and Engineering program was developed in the early 90s in collaboration with Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. And the goal was to encourage young women to pursue careers in computer science and in the engineering fields.
对那么现在呢Kitty 老师介绍到的是这个 Westover 非常具有特色的这样的一个项目就是这个 WISE 那么这个项目呢是 Westover 的这个科学与工程女性计划那么这个课程呢是在这个上世纪这个90年代初与伦斯特理工学院合作开发的那么目的呢就是在鼓励更多的比如说这个 Westover 的年轻女性包括孩子去从事跟这个 STEM 相关，或者是跟这个计算机科学与工程领域相关的职业。
And it's an elective program, so students don't have to take it. But if they do want to, they can choose classes like robotics and computer science, electrical engineering, and a lot of co-curricular classes as well.
那么这个课程呢是一个选修的课程所以不是孩子们一定要去修的这个课程那么提供这个课程呢，就是让女孩们可以去选择，比如说自己感兴趣的，像机器人课程像这个计算机科学课程还有电气工程等等。
These are the boats, cardboard boats that they build, and they
That's so
race
cool.
on our. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to watch them.
Yeah, so this is all made by the girls. By them.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So they
好，
have
我
to
们现
work
在
in they work in groups to design and build a cardboard boat that they can actually row on our pond. And then the whole community comes and watches them, and some survive the ride, and some the boats don't make it.
Yeah, yeah. 好，我们现在呢看到的这个右边的这个左边这幅图是老师在介绍，就是这个WISE Program 的里面的这个孩子们他们一起组成这个小组，共同去创造的这样的一个 project。那么他们是自己制造出来的这个用这个我们可以看到是一个纸箱去建的一个小船那么孩子们就在学校这个池塘当中去这个动手去实操，去看看这个小船他们制造的这个是否是可用的，是否有这个可操作性，所以呢，这个 program 对于孩子们可以很好的提升他们的这个动手能力，这个是非常重要的。
Okay, so our Raisin Center for Global Justice. The purpose of the Raisin Center is to ensure that the Westover community engages with the world beyond the walls of Westover. So we have a focus on community service. We now call it this year service learning, diversity and inclusion, environmental sustainability, and global programming, which includes all of our international students.
好那这个Raising Raising Center for Global Justice 那么这个学校的它是一个组织那么这个学校的组织呢是相当于是这个全球的这个正义的一个这样的一个组织那么是去确保这个 Westover 所有的这个孩子们通过比如说专注于想做一些这个社区服务那么通过这个做多样性然后以及这个文化的包容性然后同时呢也可以提供给孩子们，比如说去进行一些全球计划包括这个环境可持续性的这样的一些项目那么在这个这个中心当中呢孩子们可以跟比如说相关的老师一起举办活动那么一起去讨论一起去寻找这个社区服务的机会那么这个地方是可以提供一个非常好的这个资源就是提供比如说一些这个志愿者的活动以及社区活动的一些服务。
And the Raisin Center is really just kind of like that hub for like if a student wants to hold some sort of a drive or a fundraiser, if they want to find a community service opportunity, if they want to do a community chat on diversity and race, or like they just want to start a new club, this is the place to go on campus for that.
好那么同时呢这个瑞星中心呢也是说孩子们比如说他们想组织一个比如说这个筹集资金的一些公益组织那么呢如果说想比如说讨论比如说关于种族的多样性这个文化的这个差异性那么这些都是那么这些讨论的话题呢都是可以在这个瑞星中心当中进行举办的那么瑞星中心呢会提供给孩 孩子们这种多种多样的这个机会还有资源。
Okay, so next is our, we call it IIG. It's our Invest in Girls program. I have a lot written here, but the basics are that it's a comprehensive financial education program. So students go on field trips. They learn from alum who work in business and banking and investments, and people who own their own businesses. They take field trips, but they learn about finance in this program.
好，那么现在呢Kitty 老师介绍到的是这个 IIG 哈，那 IIG 这个也是这个 Westover 非常特别的一个项目那么这个项目是专门为女孩子设计的通过全面的这个比如说商科金融教育来投资女孩，让她们成为这个更好的这个比如说这个未来的商业领袖做好准备那么这类的这个课程呢，结合了课堂学习、实地考察然后包括老师的这个特殊指导那么 IIG 参加 IIG 的学生呢，他会定期比如说有这个实地考察的机会那么之前老师介绍到了有这个访问这个纽约证券交易所那么比如说参加一些Westover 比如说之前的这个在商业的这个商界的校友会那么并且呢也可以参加这个夏季的一些实习那么这些呢 IIG 都会提供给所有在校的孩子们这样的资源。
So athletics, for anyone interested in sports, this is our athletic center. So we have 11 sports over 3 seasons, and you'll see our gym here. We have our main gym, our rock climbing wall. We have our squash courts that you just saw, fitness center, locker rooms, rooms for yoga, kickboxing, things like that. So this is our athletic center.
Awesome， 好那么接下来呢Kitty 老师介绍到了学校的这个体育包括一些设施。那么 Westover 呢一共提供这个3个赛季，全年3个这个赛季的11项运动那么现在呢展示的是Westover 学校非常漂亮的这样的这个运动中心那么里面呢有这个孩子们这个的健身房攀岩墙、壁球场同时呢还有更衣室以及一些用于这个瑜伽，可以做瑜伽以及跆拳道或者是拳击等活动的这个多功能的这样的一个健身室。
Great. And this is we call it the LBD, but it is really our performing arts building. This is where you'll find our theater program. We have a fully comprehensive technical theater program. We have a full dance program, everything from beginner dance to ballet and point. And then we also do music classes here, vocal and instrumental.
好那么我们现在看到呢是这个学校的LBD也就是视觉艺术那么在这个 LBD 这个项目呢是拥有这个 Westover 大部分的表演艺术课程那么在这边呢学校提供比如说包括这个戏剧那么戏剧的这个重点课程，比如说包括学校这个提供的全面的技术类的一些戏剧课程包括剪辑包括表演那么有舞蹈课程从最初级的这个初级班一直到这个芭蕾舞的所有课程，那么这个提供这类所有级别的舞蹈课程那么另外呢还提供这个音乐课程，那么其中呢包括这个声乐唱歌，那么还有这个学生可以就是学习。
And this that I paused on. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I almost finished.
So this is the lobby of the LBD. This is where we have this serves basically as an artist gallery. So 3 times a year, we have artists from all around the world come and they use this like blank canvas to set up their own art galleries in this space. So we've had photography showcases, we've had large scale like wall hangings, we've had interactive drawings, but this is our kind of art space on campus.
Yeah，好，我们现在展示的这个是这个LBD 大厅的学校 LBD 大厅的这个艺术家走廊、艺术家画廊那么每年呢有3次来自这个世界各地的艺术家在这个 LBD 大厅的这个艺术家画廊当中进行展出那么展出的作品呢从这个大型的这个壁挂这个绘画以及比如说我们的这个摄影作品还有这个互动绘画应有尽有那么这个大厅呢，也是给孩子们提供了非常好的机会去参观不同的这个艺术家的这样的一个作品。
Okay, so this is just, some pictures of our theater and dance and music. And so I know a lot of students that I talk to from China have a great interest in the visual arts. So I just wanted to share that in recent years at Westover, we've had some years we have over 25 different fine art, like visual art electives that students can choose from. So art is really prominent at Westover, and there's color classes and drawing, different levels of drawing and sculpting and graphic design, ceramics, and there's levels of different courses as well.
好，那么我们现在呢，介绍到了学校这个艺术视觉艺术的这个培养哈那么 Kitty 招生官也讲到了我们中国的孩子非常这个擅长视觉艺术，比如说绘画这样那么在去年1年呢，学生就有25种不同的这个美术视觉艺术选修课可以供选择那么其中呢，包括一些比如说色彩的课程理论这个绘画美术平面设计雕刻以及各种级别的这个陶瓷艺术都可以在这个 Westover 学校当中去进行选择。
Okay, so that kind of concludes the About Westover. And now it's just kind of like, what's next? Now that school has started, if you are interested in Westover and going through the application process, this is kind of where we will start.
好，那么现在呢，这个 Kitty 招生官给我们讲到了，那么如果是你对Westover 学校非常感兴趣的话那么接下来的这个PPT 上展示的那个内容就是我们接下来要进行这个申请的一个流程。
So the first step is just to submit your interview through Vericant. And Vericant this year is actually going to be doing, they're calling them Westover Days at Vericant. So there's going to be a few different dates and locations in, I believe, October and November. And these are like dedicated days where you can kind of submit your interview and get that to Westover. So that's kind of the first step of the process.
好那么第一步的话就是要提交孩子们这个微力课面试那么关于这个 Westover 学校的这个微力课面试应该会在10月跟11月份都有不同的日期可以去选择那么提交微力课面试呢是申请这个 Westover 学校的第一个步骤。
So then once I receive your Vericant interview, I will email you and let you know that you can go ahead and kind of start the process. So you can schedule your interview with me. I have a link called Calendly. It's basically a calendar where you can go and see all of my open interview slots. And then you can go ahead and choose what day and time you want to have your interview with me.
好那么接下来呢，当这个 Kitty 老师收到你的这个维利特的这个面试的时候呢，接下来这个 Kitty 老师就会给你的邮箱去发邮件那么接着呢就可以进行这个面试的一个预约了那么尤其是这个比如说我们中国大陆的孩子们会收到一个这个日历表，那么日历表当中有非常详细的什么时候可以选择的这个面试的时间和这个日期那么这个 Kitty 老师都会给大家做这个详细的说明。
And then, meanwhile, you're going to want to take either the TOEFL or we also will accept the Duolingo exam. Sometimes it's easier to access, but you'll want to take one of those exams and have those scores sent to us as well.
好那么对于国际学生呢同学们一定要这个参与的考试呢是这个托福或者是这个 Duolingo 都是可以的那么这个呢是之后在申请的时候是需要进行提交的。
And then obviously kind of the next step, but something that you'll be working on is the application. So it's the same online application as most of the boarding schools in the US. And you just want to make sure that you kind of do a couple of those steps before we interview. You don't have to have the whole application done before we interview.
Got it, sure. 好那么接下来呢，就是去申请这个 Westover 学校哈那么跟很多的其他的 boarding school 的这个boarding 的学校一样那么在这个SOU 系统上进行申请那么如果有就是不清楚的话或者说是大家有更多，比如说具体该怎么样申请，怎么样递交那么这个之后呢，都可以联系我们的这个小助手，老师会进行这个更加详细步骤的指导。
Okay, and then last but not least, the SSAT, everyone's favorite. So you'll want to register. We're still encouraging students to take the SSAT. If for some reason there's no SSAT site near you, if you're having trouble accessing that, please let me know. I work with all of our students and families from China. I'm basically the only one who works with you. So if you can't access that, we can do something else to help you out and kind of gauge your writing skills.
是好，那么最后一步呢，就是要去注册这个 SSAT 的考试那么这个考试呢是非常强烈建议大家要进行提交的如果说是附近没有这个考试的考点的话，那么可以联系就是这个 Westover 学校附近的这个招生办公室那么同时呢也可以去联系一下你的这个招生的，比如说学校的这个电话或者说是联系我们 InAmerica 都会给大家更加详细的指导关于报考 SAT 这边Yeah, Katie, so I have a quick question. So
Sure.
does the SAT is optional or it's required?
It's still required. But
Okay.
especially last year, because it was so hard for students to be able to take the SSAT, what we did if they couldn't do it is we offered a timed writing prompt that I administered to the student. And it just gave me a great reading of how their writing skills were, which to me is the most important piece of the SSAT.
Sure, got it. Thank you.
You're
好
welcome.
那么刚刚呢，我们问到了这个 SSAT 是否是一定要提交的那么招生官老师说，这个还是一直是就是需要学生们去进行提交的那么如果有这个特殊情况，比如说不能参加考试比如说这个实在是报不上名的情况那么可以跟招生官老师进行联系那么提交一份额外的，比如说你的这个之前英文写作或者说是去解释一下你的这个学术方面，包括写作方面的一个能力那么让老师可以更好的了解这个孩子他的这个学术能力跟写作能力那么去进行这个综合的考量。
And that, I believe, is it. So I will stop sharing my screen. And Lynn, thank you so much for your help in translating. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you so much.
You're
Sure. So
so
let's move
welcome.
to the Q&A session, and I will pick some
Sure.
questions.
Okay, great.
Yeah. 好，那么接下来呢，我们来进行这个问答环节。那么各位同学跟家长可以随时继续在这个聊天室内当中进行提问。好，Sure. The first question is that does school offer ESL classes for the international students? Is there any additional support for the international students in the school?
Yes. So we have an ESL program, and we also have what we call ESL support. So most of our international students will automatically take ESL when they start. And then once they get to a point where they are more comfortable learning the language better, they can move to ESL support, which is kind of an as needed support classroom space, but it's no extra charge. And we do have a full ESL program. Yes.
是，好我们刚刚有这个家长在问哈，学校们学校会不会提供一些 ESL 的课程那么对于国际学生有没有特殊的这个语言的支持还有帮助那么Katie 老师回答到了，学校它有完整的这个 ESL 的这个支持那么基本上刚来的这个国际学生哈都要自动参加这个 ESL 的这个课程那么只要是孩子们觉得已经适应了这个语言环境了，或者他到达了一定的这个分数，或者他通过了比如说一些考试ESL 考试达到标准之后，就不需要再进行参加了那么如果说是对刚到达美国环境还需要适应语言的话，那么孩子们学校这边也会提供这个语言的方面的这个 ESL 的支持，对，所以这方面的话家长可以不用担心Okay, sure. So the next question is gonna be, what is the tuition fee for the school, like including like boarding and activities or something like that?
Great question. So let me just pull up because every year it changes just a little bit. I believe right now, and I'm going to pull this up right now, but I believe that the current tuition and fees for our international families is, I believe it's 67. Let's see. Total is 70,500. That's basically all inclusive. That's, all of your, your boarding, your meals. There's some fees for like art classes. There's some fees for like some music classes. But other than that, it's all inclusive.
好的。对，我们刚刚呢有家长在询问学校的这个费用是多少那么学校的整体费用每年的话是就是$70,000 $70,500那么这个学校的这个费用呢，基本上可能是每年会有一些微小的变化，但是大概的这个费用是在每年$70,000左右那么包含所有的这个活动，OK。Sure. Thank you so much for sending.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Sure. So the next question is there any like outdoor activities for the girls, and what kind of like other activities or programs provided for the girls?
Sure. So it's funny. We have an outdoor program. That's literally what it's called. That doesn't mean that there's not other outdoor things that they can do, but we do have after school when classes are over, there's like what we call our afternoon activities. And those are things that they can choose from, like dance and theater and athletics, that kind of thing. Outdoor is one of the things they can choose from. So they can literally join the outdoor program after school, and they can go on hikes and trail walks, that kind of thing. But then we also have a lot of other like weekend activities that are on campus, off campus, outside, all of those things, hiking, all of that.
Sure. 好，我们刚刚呢有家长问到那么学校是否提供这个课外活动然后周末有哪些这个活动安排那么学校呢在每天下午都有这个就是我们说到这个下午项目那么下午项目呢，孩子们可以选择不同的这个课外活动比如说跳舞参加自己的这个俱乐部那么其中有一项就是这个室外活动那么室外活动呢包含很多，比如说去远足 那么去进行比如说爬山，或者室外的这个锻炼、野营，那么这些呢都是我们所提到的室外活动那么同时呢，这个周末活动也是多种多样的，比如说老师会带孩子们去进行这个购物去进行这个远足爬山去拥抱大自然。那么这些活动呢，都是会在这个孩子们的这个寄宿生活当中会提供的。Okay, yeah, so. Okay, sure. So there is like a question from parents. So if my child is very is don't like speak too much, is very like a little bit shy. So does the school support? Do you have like any support for the students who are a little bit shy and afraid to socialize with others?
Sure. And I think that that's okay. And it's really normal. We have every type of student. We have shy students, we have loud students, we have introverts and extroverts, we have everybody, and that's okay. But I think what's great is that our orientation program, which is a whole week before classes even begin, that's kind of that time to get, they work really hard to get all of our students interacting and comfortable with each other. It makes starting classes so much more easy when they have a whole week to get to know each other first. But there's also plenty of support with student advisors. Everyone has an advisor. They can talk to their teachers. There are a ton of like club meetings and dining hall activities where they kind of chat and learn to, learn a little bit more about each other. So it's okay to be quiet. And that's okay if they're still quiet, but they will have a lot of opportunities to interact.
Sure, thank you.
You're
好，
welcome.
我们有家长在问哈，那么可能自己的孩子，比如说比较这个害羞，不愿意比较内向，那么不太善于交朋友，在学校里该怎么办那么 Kitty 老师跟我们讲到哈，在每一个就是孩子在新生入学的时候都会有一个新生入学的介绍活动那么这个活动呢是提供一个机会跟老师还有你的同学们进行，比如说自我介绍相互了解非常这个简单轻松的沟通环境，可以让孩子们更好的去适应这个新环境，去交新朋友那么同时呢，每一个孩子他都有自己的这个 advisor 自己的这个咨询师咨询的老师那么孩子有任何的问题，或者说遇到任何困难，都可以随时跟老师求助那么同时呢，学校也提供多种多样的，比如说可以在这个校内的俱乐部一起跟其他同学们去见面去交流。那么同时呢，也可以在这个食堂吃饭的时候跟同学们跟这个其他的一些小朋友进行交流，还有做朋友那么这些都是非常好的机会。那么同时呢，学校并不强制要每一个孩子都是一定外向的，那么孩子们可以一直保持自己的性格那么最重要的就是做自己，那么在校园生活过的这个快乐是最重要的。Okay, sure. So, yes. So here is a question about like which grade can the students apply for? Start from ninth grade.
That's a great question. So typically it's ninth grade. That's where we have the most openings. However, occasionally we do have, depending on who, if any students leave, every year is a little different. You can always ask if we have room in 10th, 11th, or 12th grade. We have had students apply to those grades in the past. Ninth is the most common, but sometimes we have openings in other grades.
Sure, thank you. 好我们有家长在问哈，那么高中几年级可以申请过来？那么最常见的就是普遍的申请呢是9年级申请9年级来入学那么也有少数的这个机会哈这个会有10年级，比如说10年级、11年级，甚至是12年级的入学的名额但是这个机会是非常少的那么需要这个提前做好准备或者是询问好。那么最普遍的是9年级，申请9年级来入学。Okay. Okay. Sure. So, one of our parents has a question about what kind of like language level can the students like learn a second language in the school, or maybe like for the international students, is kind of like a third language, like Spanish, like other.
Sure. Yeah. So first of all, international students are not required to take a second language because they're already taking English as a second language, but that doesn't mean that they can't participate. So we offer Spanish, French, and Latin. Those are the three languages that we offer. And I believe that all three have at least 3 levels. There are some AP levels of a few of them, depending on the year. But they can go all the way up to that level if they want to. They don't have
Yes.
to.
Okay, got it. So they have like a basic courses for like Spanish, French. So they
Sure.
don't
Like
require.
Spanish level 1, French level
Got
1.
So everybody, like every students can take this class in the school.
Yes.
Got it。好，那么我们有家长在问哈，比如说同学想学除了英语哈，那么想修其他的语言，比如说西班牙语还有其他的小语种那么学校呢提供3种不同的这个第二语言的学习其中呢有西班牙语、法语还有拉丁语那么从这个基础的课程一直到 AP 的这个 level 的课程都是学校都可以提供的那么对于这个基础的这个比如说西班牙语level 1的这样的一个课程呢，学校都是没有这个选修的要求的任何孩子，任何同学，比如说没有修过这个西语的孩子们都是可以去修这些课程的。那么这个也是学校给予孩子们的一个选课的这个权利。Okay, sure. So one of our questions are about like which aspect of this Westover focus on arts? Like is this in the music or is it in like the like fine arts or something like that?
That's a good question. I don't think that there's necessarily one major area of focus. I think that the arts, fine arts, and the performing arts are kind of equally celebrated, I guess. We don't necessarily we don't call ourselves like an art school or like a music school but what's great is that we have so many of those things and they can do any and all of them that they want to. But I would say that we do have a lot of students who are interested in both the performing arts, but we probably have more that are interested in, in the visual, like fine arts, drawing, painting, that kind of thing.
Sure. 好，我们有这个家长问到哈，学校偏向哪一类这个艺术培养，是音乐还是绘画那么Westover 学校呢，其实没有比如说非常强的这个偏向那么最主要呢就是看孩子他是喜欢更喜欢哪一方面那么不论是这个美术也好，绘画也好，还是说这个音乐也好，表演也好，那么最主要的呢是看孩子他的这个热情的所在那么学校都会给予支持那么刚刚老师提到了有很多学生都会去选择去上一些这个performing 的表演式性质的这些艺术的课程比如说这个戏剧表演这个乐队音乐那么同时也有很多课程去选择学习这个绘画那么这些呢都是基于孩子们的这个兴趣那么学校将会去全力的培养并且提供资源。Okay. Sure. Thank you so much, Katie. So this is almost like all the questions from our chat room. Thank you so much.
Welcome. You're welcome. And I just put my email address in the chat box for anybody who might want to reach out if you have any questions. Like I said, I'm the only one who will be working with all of our families from China this year and some other international countries. So you can email me anytime and I look forward to getting your VeriCant interviews and starting the process and meeting all of your daughters. I'm so excited.
Sure, thank you so much. 好，最后呢，我们 Kitty 招生官给大家将自己的邮箱放在了这个聊天室当中那么如果有任何问题，那么大家可以随时跟这个招生官进行沟通那么包括这个申请的过程，以及说想跟这个招生官老师进行面试预约，也可以随时联系我们的这个小助手进行这个具体步骤的这个咨询。Okay, sure. Thank you so much, Katie.
Thank you so much, Lynn. I'm so appreciative.
Yeah, you're so warm and sweet. Yeah, so if we have like more questions from our parents, we will reach out to you. Sure,
Of
have a good
course.
night.
And thank you all for being here. This was wonderful.
Yeah, thank you. So we will keep in touch and have a great night.
Sounds great. You as well. Have a great day.
Thank you. Yeah, bye. 好那么我们非常感谢Kitty 招生官带来的精彩的分享那么到此为止呢我们今天全部的这个参与展会的学校美东时间下午场的学校呢都已经介绍完毕了那么如果各位同学跟家长想咨询更多有关于这个私校申请像招生官老师们提到的怎么样预约面试怎么样进行具体的这个申请步骤可以在讲座结束后联系我们的这个小助手那么美东时间明天早晨我们会依然有下一场的活动请大家继续期待好的那我们今天的讲座就到这里再见